You don't have to lift a finger or take any action to manifest your desires. By changing your inner state of consciousness and your awareness of being, you can align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the fulfillment of your desires. This allows everything to fall into place effortlessly and without any action on your part. All is mind. You might wonder, depending on your desire, how's this possible? Well, the physical world often tells us that, we need to take actions to accomplish our goals. And it's true, there's some things that you need to take inspired action on. But mostly, it's mind and mindset. So how can you manifest the dream relationship, the car, the new job, the promotion, whatever it is, without taking action? Well, when you're aligned, allowing and trusting and surrendering to the infinite power of the subconscious, your higher self, God, everything will be put together for you instantly, and you can and they'll manifest before your very eyes. How exciting is that? You don't need to take any action yourself. As Neville says, you don't need to do anything to make it so. He also said, all you can possibly need or desire is already yours. That's so exciting. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. When you truly understand the law of assumption and that all is mind, the only thing you need to transform your outer experience is changing your inner state. So I'll explain inside of this video how I applied the law and the techniques I used and the mindset I had during my processes. And you'll see that there's nothing that I could have done physically to affect this. So all is mind. I once manifested through stress to resolve a tax issue. I got audited. My assumptions are it's resolved, it's done. And that's my approach in every manifestation. My mindset is everything always works in my favor. I intend that the mindset that I encourage everyone to adopt here who's with me to say it with me. Everything always works in my favor. Everything always works in your favor. Loop that, okay? In concert with my mindset was, my intentions that it would come quickly and resolve quickly, It's, you must be non-negotiable in it and just stay there. So I intend for success, and just like Neville said, intend for success. He said, when you can persuade yourself 100% that you are successful, success is yours. You must become so intense that you completely forget that it was only a desire. You must tame the wild beast, which is your mind, and enter the new state until its naturalness causes you to forget all else. He says that it crowds out everything else out of your conscious state. So my desires were for the issue to be resolved and to be resolved quickly. The stressful thing to deal with, I'm sure you would agree, getting tax audited, But I'm just reminded what Neville says, and he's my refrain over and over when I need encouragement, in that your imagination is able to do all that you ask in proportion to the concentration of your attention. So with that in mind, I did visualizations prior to sleep to impress my subconscious mind, and I sat at the head end of my bed and sat upright awkwardly so that I would remain focused and not too comfortable, because I didn't want to fall asleep without exercising the muscle of my attention, exercising the muscle of my mind. And repetition is a form of muscle memory too. So you just continue to exercise the visualization of things being resolved and everything working out as you desire, okay? And for me, it was CCIA. It was consistent, committed, imperfect action. And I just desired for everything to resolve quickly, and it did. It moved pretty fast in terms of, working. A government entity doesn't tend to do things fast, but I would just consistently get in the state of the wish fulfilled. Neville Goddard says that your attention is directed from within when you deliberately choose what you will be preoccupied with mentally. So I just kept going to joy and relief that my audit was complete and I got my refund check. So I staged it like this, like I constructed a visualization, a mental scene where I would leave my room, I would go outside, walk down the front step, and I engaged all of my senses because it's more believable and realistic for me to, there's flowers near my front door. I would smell the flowers and I would feel the environment and hear the sounds and engage all my senses. And what it felt like, I was just in my mind walking down to my mailbox. And I got to the mailbox and I opened it and there was a letter in there from the tax authority. I imagined opening it up and seeing that the audit was resolved and that my refund check was inside. And I added to the visualization from there where I was calling one of my business associates and sharing with him, that the audit was resolved. And I imagined him saying, "Praise God, Roger, that's great news." And it's funny, you really do give, your imagination creates reality. You really do give people your script and what you think, and whenever this occurred and we did have that phone call, that is what he said. So, it's amazing, getting to the state of the wish fulfilled and assuming that everything works out for you. Everything is always happening in your favor. So just got to get there and make that your assumption and have that shift in your inner state and embody that state, because whatever you're most dominant in, that's what serves up, and that's what your 3D reality will shift to. And so when sitting down to do the visualization, you just have to imagine everything how you want it to be, how you desire it, and feel the gratitude, because gratitude is power, okay? So be gentle with yourself as you continue to return in your mind and loop the scene. You might have, in the beginning for me, it was a thing where sometimes my mind would want to wander, and that's what I mean by be gentle with yourself. Just nudge yourself back. No, that's not what we're doing here. And refocus and stay in your visualization and just go right back to it. And sometimes I would have to just nudge myself, but you just have to keep looping your scene over and over. And the exact amount of days that it took for my issue to resolve, I don't remember, but it wasn't terribly long, and I was imperfect in it. There were sometimes I was so exhausted that I would fall asleep at the head of my bed, but I would just get up, get into the bed, and as I'm laying my head on my pillow, I would just set three. I remember 3 times I would just say, "It's done, it's done, it's done. Thank you, thank you, thank you." So stay focused on your desire and trust that everything always works out for you. It will. It does. Everything is happening in your favor. And the part of this journey in consciously creating the life that you desire, is trust, being grateful and just being focused and not being triggered by the 3D, because tax audit was really stressful, but I didn't entertain any of those emotions. I only entertained the emotions that were congruent with what I desired, and that was for resolution, and I just felt the joy of resolution. I just stayed there and just believed that everything would resolve. So you can reshape your assumptions and do visualizations for everything you desire. I hope that this helped you, and this applies to anything that you're trying to manifest. So I'm with you all the way. Please like, share, and subscribe to help me push out some encouraging messages out there, because there's not enough encouragement going on in the world. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.